Anyways, though we now have a crisis belly against the Netherlands, although sadly the cost of taking these territories are so large that we won't be able to take the whole thing. We are only going to be able to take Wallonia pretty much, and maybe Luxembourg as well. And then we'll have to wait for the next ones for later. I don't know, maybe in the late game we can try and get a Great War going. That would be preferable. But that does sort of not bode very well though for our potential adventures in Italy. Regardless though, let's begin justifying a conquest casus belli against the Swiss. Because I want to annex them too. Especially if we can successfully take some land off the Italians here. If I could take like Emilia, Piedmont and Lombardia, that's kind of quite ambitious, but that would give us quite the nice borders, I think. So it must be what we try to do. You always have to try and do your best. And, yeah, maybe trying to surround these guys was not my brightest idea ever. Because now we have a second big-ass battle here. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, yeah. Speaking of big battle, holy ballsack. Ay. Onwards, men. Yeah, I might even want to consider ending this war soon. But still want to try and keep it going a little bit longer. I mean, once we win this, hopefully the battle war score will go so far in our favor that we will win. At least we have a decent general, but so do they, so it doesn't really matter. But look, that's 7. Oh my god, that's a lot of losses for them. Ouch. Yeah, no, pour everything into the Battle of London, I think. All the men must focus in one place. Yeah, we should probably actually start this invasion of the Netherlands, because while we're at war with Germany, we have a little convenient place to do it in. Actually, I'm seeing the opportunities for more exploiting here. But sadly, it looks like my exploits will not be able to be done. Because I mean, wouldn't it be hilarious if we could start calling them into other wars and essentially just force them to be our ally, even if we are now an international pariah? I think that would be kind of funny, but no, it doesn't look like anyone wants to help me beat down on the Dutch, so we're gonna have to do it on our own. And so we will begin the Dutch, or the French conquest of Wallonia, finally. I mean, I took this province, in my first French campaign, I took this very quickly, but not in this one, it seems. But there we are. The conquest of Europe continues. So we're really just gonna be spamming a bunch of shit mobilized forces into the Netherlands here and just sort of hope that that does the trick, you know? But I don't see too much of a reason why that shouldn't be sufficient. Come on guys, onwards. Also, luckily for us, we have spared their only allies, so so no one's going to help them other than their puppets, I guess, but you know, we can get an army down there easily enough. Also, what are we doing in Africa? Kind of forgot about that. Yeah, we're slowly sending our troops down here, so good. Let us do that. Yeah, the British are now definitely losing here. But that's not going to stop me from spamming even more troops over here. Because of course, they're just going to casually bring another 100,000 troops in into the party. Oh, Britain. Just understand when you have lost. Oh, Jesus, what did we just lose? The Battle of Khiva? There's a battle going on here? Oh, I guess there is. Yeah, the Indian troops are presumably invading. This might be part of the reason why the war score is so bad as well, actually. Huh. Very well then. So this army should be split so that we can take Luxembourg. And hopefully this little conquest will be easy enough. So are you guys even trying to get off? Yeah, they are. We need to support this battle, because that's where the British now spammed a bunch of billions of troops. What are we talking about? I'm not even fighting in Khiva. That's my allies. Oh, I am? Ah, I guess the Korean troops are trying to march all the way to Europe, while I'm, you know, points for bravery, or I don't know, points for something. The justification against Switzerland is going nicely. Oh, and war exhaustion is also not very high, so good, I guess. Yes, I dare say it is very good. But yeah, there's going to be quite some revolts soon now. We're not actually even able to do any reforms, so we should probably get some troops just sort of stationed all around the nation here so we can beat them down when they spawn. Because it's going to be quite a little civil war, but you know, that is to be expected, you know, fighting a little civil war at the same time as you're fighting the world. I don't really see the issue with this. Sounds like a logical thing to do. Yeah, so we can actually do reforms. Let us do just that. So what is the one I can do that doesn't actually mean that I have to pay any money? Because I kind of prefer that. Actually, what do people want in these troubled times? They want voting rights, but they're not getting that, so I guess they're getting unemployment subsidies. Man, we can now invade Switzerland. Of course, being smart, I did not prepare my armies at all. So, yay. But I guess we're just going to try and rely on the same strategies that we are working with in the battle against the Dutch. Just spam 1 billion mobilized forces over the border and hope that we somehow win. Yeah, the war in the Netherlands it's progressing nicely. The Dutch just don't have enough troops to really fight us on all of these fronts here. So even if they're able to, you know, establish some decent battles, they just cannot win in the long run. It is simply impossible. Yeah, we should end a war goal. Ooh, jingoism, that's an issue. But that does generally like to tick up, so we're probably just gonna have to play the waiting game. Looks like we're finally winning the Battle of London, though. That should be some sweet war score. Come on, give me sweet war score. We killed like 1 billion Brits there. Oh my god! 47 war score! Yeah, I guess we just won the Great War. That's good. But I'm not sure we want to end it just yet, though. Yeah, so at this point we didn't. Not only did we kill the army of London, we're now slaughtering the forces down here, and they can't run anywhere, so they're gonna get annihilated. Their existence will end, and that I like. So yeah, good for us. Yeah, the war in Africa is kind of a mess because I just can't be bothered to pay that much attention anymore because, let's face it, it's already won. Okay, so I'm liberating dipshits over here, but maybe I want to add some more goals relating to colonies and stuff. Shouldn't be too expensive. Maybe get to West Africa here, maybe some of these colonies. The invasion of Switzerland is progressing nicely though, although we are kind of running out of money at this point, so that is a problem. Although the Great War is over at this point, so at this point I'm just going crazy adding war goals left and right to try and hurt them as much as I can. I've even begun justifying a war against Italy, because why not? Why not? I see utterly no good reasons not to completely invade and destroy Italy. Sounds like a good time, if you ask me. I really would like to just end this war against the Dutch, though, so if they would actually let us end it. So sadly we are not able to actually take that much from them. We were only able to take Luxembourg and Wallonia, which will look a bit funny, but it'll look a bit silly, but you know. Hopefully later on we can finish the 2 last remaining states to get the Rhine border. So actually, let's just peace out with the Dutch right now. There's no reason to keep this war going. So acquire Wallonia, and acquire Dutch Rhineland, which translates to Luxembourg. And that's the end of many wars. There we are, France just finally got a bit bigger here in Europe. So really at this point these troops should be re-sent to the Italian front. Or I guess right now it's the Swiss front, but if everything goes according to plan, it will soon enough be the Italian front. Yes, Austria could potentially be a rather good ally, although I doubt he will join us though. Because he should automatically end his alliance after the war is over, because you can't, well, there are like really nasty modifiers that prevent, oh fuck, no, stay there. There are really harsh modifiers that make it so you can't really be allied with people that, you know. So will you run already? Thank you. Yeah, there's really harsh modifiers for when you go crazy with the infamy like I have done here, so. Yep, anyways, this battle will soon be over, so that's nice. Okay, we have a cool decision here. Destroy the Palace of Westminster. So because we're an absolute monarchy and our war policy is jingoism, we can just destroy it like that. By giving the order for our troops occupying London to destroy the Palace of Westminster, we can deal a huge blow to our enemy's prestige and make it so it's more likely for the war to end sooner. This will be seen as an incredible act of aggression, however, and will forever damage our relationships with them. And some of our citizens as well as their citizens will be extremely angry by such heinous acts against their parliament. But we're already balls deep in infamy, so what the hell, I don't see a good reason not to, you know, continue the madness. So let us burn the Palace of Westminster to the ground. The fall of the Palace of Westminster. Scattered gunfire can be heard echoing through the empty streets of London as the last pockets of resistance to the French occupations are quelled. The Parliament House in the Palace of Westminster lay empty while French soldiers run up and down, placing explosives in the silent corridors. Our French generals silently read the orders that came from the French capital with instructions to destroy the palace in an attempt to crush the British spirit. The explosives are detonated at the same time as the clock tower bell strikes its precise hourly strike. The tower is engulfed by flames as parts of the Western Palace collapse, with pieces of the Big Ben landing on the Thames along with the other debris, while nearby buildings are hit by flaming debris and catch fire. French soldiers watch and cherish from a safe distance as the glass that once contained the phrase "Domine salvim fac regnam something something" rains on the ground. Nearby, French soldiers storm the Buckingham Palace just to find out that the king has already fled the country. They hoist the French flag and turn to see the smoke rising on the horizon. London is lost. How about that? Take that. Ooh, what is this? Restore? Ah, we can like make French names here. Yeah, that's cool. But that'll be for later. Yeah, because the Dutch actually have special decisions to make to give Dutch names to Wallonia. But it's really cool that the French can change it back again. So yeah, we could end the war now. No, we can't because of my consistent attempts at adding war goals here. Yeah, I've been adding them left and right, and it's been great. But we really should end that war soon. But once again, I do want to wait until the war, until my troops are ready on the front with Italy, because you never know. Because like the second the war is over, our enemies will get casus belli against us. I mean, I guess they technically have it right now, it's just that they can't use it. So, making sure everyone is ready down here in Italy will be for the best. And we need to figure out a way to dislodge the memes in Switzerland. Unless the war score from occupations... Nah, it's way too expensive. We need to... Oh god, we do actually need to attack them then. Which will be very bad. And also this money situation needs to be dealt with. Fuck it, tariffs to the max. Oh yeah, right, we got new factories. Open them all and fund them. You don't need people out of work roaming the streets now causing issues. Yeah, I have no idea honestly how we're gonna defeat the Swiss here in Bern. But hopefully defeating them will be sufficient. Thing is though, none of these armies are like actual good armies. They're all just mobilized meme heads. Like I need something like this, in fact. Oh, there goes Britain. 66 fucking... Yeah, that's like it doesn't even go any higher than 50, so... Oh man, that's enjoyable. Still though, would we be able to peace out right now? Obviously we're not going to give anyone else anything. I mean, you know, why would you do that? No, we still have some war score here to eke out a couple of extra concessions from the British here. I mean, some of them are so cheap that they literally cost no war score, so I see no real good reason here not to push this a bit further. Yeah, the most of the cost is annexing land from Germany and liberating the Poles, but I would like to invest a bit in taking some more of these colonies. Oh, hello! International isolation. So now we are really starting to see some penalties here. Bring them on! International enemy. Yep. So basically, now that that event has happened, I think that was the event in question, what we now need to try and achieve is we need an entire year need to pass where we are not at war with anyone. Can we do that, we can reduce our infamy back down to 25. If we fail, our entire empire collapses. So, yeah, tad bit of pressure here to get this right. Just a tad. He will not give up, but yeah, I will use my very limited Diplo points actually to add more war goals against the British. More war goals! Like, it's so annoying because all of these war goals are so tiny. Like, all of this stupid coast here insists on being different regions, so we have to like add them separately, which is stupid. But I do really like the idea of getting the Gold Coast, so let's see if we can get our hands on that. This is a problem. We have sort of officially reached a point now where we can no longer really afford to keep the war going, so I've had to reduce the upkeep of the armies and just sort of hope, I guess, that that we can weather the storm here. Really, a lot of this comes down now at this point to whether or not the Americans will invade, which they have good reasons to do, but hopefully a lot of other people in Europe will be tired of war as well and wouldn't want to do it. Also, I really wish Switzerland would just ask for peace at this point. I just don't have the dip points to annex Switzerland, so I can't make it happen. Come on, game. Hey, there goes Switzerland. Speaking of the devil, there we are, annex Switzerland. That's something I've never done in Victoria 2 before. Very nice. Geneva has been liberated. I still don't have enough stupid points though to peace out the British, but that will happen soon. To the point where I should actually start shipping troops back to the mainland, as I don't really need to do anything in Britain anymore. And these troops are very often very good ones. So, God, are you coming to kill me? Ah, he decided to go kill me. Well, if I could get that stupid point, we could just end this already, you know. I guess we should get our troops in here just to sort of avoid a silly little loss, you know. We wouldn't want to lose, would we now? No. Let's be a bit more careful with what troops we are bringing out here. Also, yeah, I'm gonna start shipping troops over to Eritrea because, well, although mainly I think it would be even smarter to start getting more troops into Europe, because we're not gonna we're not gonna be fighting in Africa anytime soon. At least not for another 5 years, so it yeah, a lot of it now boils down to keeping our front with Italy ready. The fabrication is not quite there yet, but we will work on it. We will work. Although one problem though is that if I peace out now, I will have to demobilize. Or, yeah, maybe not actually. I mean, sure, you gain some penalties, but I already have 1 billion penalties, so who cares? Although maybe it would be good for my country to rest a bit. So I don't know. I mean, you can keep them mobilized for a little while. So yeah. Let's see here though. So yeah, we're just gonna automatically cancel out all of these dumb things, then we're gonna see what this peace deal will look like. I mean, well, we can add, like, if there's something here that's really cheap, then we can do it, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So, sorry allies, you get nothing, because that's the way Victoria 2 works. So, we're going to be acquiring Alsace-Lothringen, we're going to acquire North German Rhineland, we're going to acquire North German Palatinate, we're going to free Silesia, free Poznan, acquire blah blah blah, colonies, 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 and yeah, that sounds like a peace deal I can go along with. Yeah, no, because they would not accept going over the war score limits, which is a bit sad, but what are you going to do? And obviously we're going to do Great War this thing, that is good. Because hopefully it's going to mess up the Germans quite a bit, and I do like the idea of that. Even if it might trigger the gutter crown thing, you know. I don't know, let's just click the button and do what we came here to do. And our alliance return. No, we will keep everything we've gained, obviously. And there it is, France is strong! Oh yes, glorious France. Oh my, that does give us a lot of decisions that we should like click immediately before before anything happens. We can create a state in Ivory Coast. Really? Gold Coast. Oh. Oh yeah, I have actually been working on the bureaucrats down here. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, look at that. A state in the Gold Coast. Very beautiful. So there we are, French Africa. So we took a bunch of those little colonies that were being annoying and stupid. That is very nice. Let us now restore Wallonia. So we'll restore them to the proper French names that are appropriate in a French nation. So we'll gain some prestige from doing that. So we will restore Alsace-Lorraine. We'll rename Colmar to Colmar, or however you pronounce that. But most importantly, it will become Alsace-Lorraine rather than Elsass-Lothringen. We can finally organize Nigeria, something that you can very rarely do here in this game, simply because it's usually split between a bunch of nations. We can do Togo, we can do Sierra Leone, and the Gambia can finally be organized. Let's restore local or do the government thingy. Can we do Siamese border treaty? No, mass politics are needed. Speaking of that, I have completely forgotten to research stuff. So let's see if we can rush gas attack here, so that if war breaks out with someone else, we will be in a position to defend ourselves. Oh shit, the navy is dying. Well, I guess we couldn't afford to defund it quite as much then. Yeah, let's reduce social spending even. So now we are technically at peace, but I have a feeling that's not going to last super long. So open all factories, fund all factories, and yeah. This episode has probably been way longer than it should be, although if I know myself, I am pretty sure I will have successfully, you know, what do you say, split the episode into multiple parts. But yeah, look at that, our influence in Europe has grown significantly. We now have this nice little corridor here in Poland that will hopefully split off the Germans from their eastern holdings. Double check that they are indeed Polish territories. Did we... No, the Germans still have cores on them, so we'll have to protect them, but obviously we just annexed a bunch of their land over here, so yeah. I guess we'll let it like a day pass. And this is the new world order, at least in Europe it is. The empire grows. And we now have a total of 123 infamy. That's nothing to laugh at. Even if it is kind of funny. Yeah, the war exhaustion has not gone too far yet, so... it'll be interesting to see then if we will have to demobilize here, if we can just keep the war effort going.